Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Friday, August 21st, 2020. We're using Bonefire Tarot today, and we have questions, pardon, from the Know Yourself book. Our first is, how do you decide whether you like someone? Well, I trust the irresistible draw, the magnetism, whatever's drawn me to another. Consistency. Can they laugh at themselves? Super important quality. And eye contact. Can it be made and kept? To name a few. Next, what would you say to your younger self? I like to think that I would be eloquent and wise, though the first thing that comes to mind is take a breath. Just take a breath. Everything's okay. It will be okay. You are safe. All is well. All right, let's get into the message. What would you say to your younger self? For real, what would you say? That's a great little question. I'm going to continue contemplating that today. Cards from the bottom of the deck. Theme in the day. Unfolding for us. Our first card is the Four of Coins. Well, it's a 4, so it's stable, and that's awesome. We have that message on repeat, and I am excited and I am delighted for this because in this extremely stable environment or energy atmosphere we find ourselves in, we are able to do some digging. And that's been showing up in the cards for us. We've definitely been doing some digging for the things that that need to come off the foundation. So, excellent. Use the 4s and their stability and lean deeply into all the beautiful messages that we have been receiving for the past several weeks. You know, we've been on a really high of 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, Ace of Cups, the Lovers, 2, Judgment, you know, having lots of opportunity, the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful things being delivered to our foundation. So on this wonderfully stable foundation here, why not look for things that we could be more flexible and in flow with? The Four of Coins is somewhat of a stagnant card. You know, there is something to introduce to the flow. Where we have been rigid with something, we can bring flexibility to it. And I feel that is the invitation of this card today. So while we're in this great environment, loads of high vibe, positive reinforcement, excited anticipation, pull some of these things out of your pockets and take a look at them, okay? Next card. Ooh, nice. Progress. 5 of Coins. 4 and 5. Ooh, this is pretty sweet. This is us coming out of a comfort zone. You know, we get comfortable on that 4, and we have familiarity, so we tend to hang on to that. It's comfortable, it's familiar. I'll stay here. But does it serve you? Would it be better to be in motion and in flow, right? And clearly it would, because we then move to the 5. And, that's interesting. This false sense of security here, by not moving forward on the 4, could be the illusion of sanctuary that we see here on the 5. I think we had this card within the past couple of weeks, and I do recall saying we'd rather sit there and freeze to death on that step than go into that sanctuary and compromise what we're holding in heart space, what may just still be a tiny flicker, instead of a raging blaze, right? We'd rather be there than surrender this to go into that sanctuary and remain in a stagnant place. So we've already chosen then to dig around in our pockets and see what needs to go. Where is the false sense of security? Where is the illusion of comfort? I like it. And then coming with it, yeah, look at that, another 4 of Wands. So the feeling I have off of these 3 cards is this is a sequence that's going to unfold repetitively through the day, or maybe through the next few days, where we identify where we're standing still, not in flow, not letting go, and how that is preventing us from feeling a sense of sanctuary within our own selves. Where have we created an illusion of comfort rather than feeling the fullness of comfort, joy, happiness, and flow within self? And I feel this because we've got the 4 of Wands. We have the stability to look at it, and that's the message that's on repeat, of course. All these great cards, all this high vibe frequency really does give us the illumination, the enlightenment required to see this stuff and to have contrast. So you've got contrast here in these 4s. You know, this is connection, togetherness, sharing, happiness, joy, fulfillment. It is one of the happiest cards in tarot. So it is in the illumination, the enlightenment of happiness that we see where we have some stagnation. And isn't it interesting, as we've talked about the 5s this week and last, 5s are unstable. So you have instability right in the middle of tremendous stability. And that's exactly what we have been turning over day after day. The 5s give the instability, which ultimately gives us the freedom and the liberation. So that's our little homework project right now. And we're doing great. Okay, let's get to the rest of the cards. Oh, what was I just saying about enlightenment, illumination, and there's the Hanged Man. A deliberate pause. I love this. I'm being informed by this card, and I'm still working it out, adding to my intuitive interpretation of this card. I feel, though, that the Hanged Man is a great representation of the 5. This is more waking consciousness on the 5, and this is much more spiritual development and growth here on the Hanged Man. So it's a pause in the action. That's what happens. We deliberately pause, and we take a look at our 4s, our 4 of coins, excuse me, and we bring enlightenment to this so that we can have the flexibility and the flow. The Hanged Man is also choosing to be there. Some would say he is put there. And one of the things that I just noticed, I can't believe I just noticed this this week. Oh my gosh, I shared this with a sweet soul who was just so kind. When you turn him over, you know, he makes a 4 here. Yeah. So we have 2 4s and then a 4 in his position. And I'd never noticed that before. So anyway, deliberate pause in the action, enlightenment. And I feel that the presence of the Hanged Man lets us know we aren't going to miss a thing. So many times I hear from people, how will I know? How will I know that I've been doing the 4 of coins, or that I might be in some kind of resistance to my own freedom on the 5? How will I notice that? Well, you'll be uncomfortable. The Hanged Man does put himself here in this position for a purpose. Do you think it's comfortable? Likely not. That's just the thing. It's the discomfort that will move us out of a comfort zone. I know, it's a little ironic, isn't it? But that's the kind of enlightenment. We do this so we get contrast. And out of the contrast comes perspective. And what's coming with our Hanged Man? Yeah, 10 of Wands. beautiful, because we're setting down burdens. This Four of Coins becomes a burden. Stagnation can become a burden if we're not in flow, if we're not being flexible, and we're not participating, contributing to that movement, to that momentum. And you know, we've had loads of messages lately about momentum and movement. So what is your Four of Coins that has become a burden or an obstacle in the river of life, the flow of life? What boulder do you need to shove out of the way? Great. I like this. You know, it's the cards giving you a heads up. You're in this dynamic place where we've had an amazing energy atmosphere for weeks. And now the cards are letting you know there's some road hazards. The big orange signs are on the side of the road. And are you reading them? Okay, next. Six of Cups. Beautiful. This card in this deck in particular is a standout for me. The Six of Cups does relate for me to the Wheel of Fortune. I do believe those cards are connected. I feel it every time I look at this card. In particular, though, Bonefire Tarot showed me how we give to ourselves. There's almost always two people on the Six of Cups, and one is giving to the other. And I love that in this deck, there's this adult and this child. And I really feel that this being here is representative of the totality of our soul consciousness, giving to our earthly waking consciousness. I love that the sun is behind this being. It's lit with love, bliss, and happiness, right? So we are our own best soulmate. The Six of Cups is known as the soulmate card. And here we are, giving to our waking consciousness. I love this, and this is why the Hanged Man does this, to get this kind of perspective, to get the contrast, to know what to give and how to let go, how to free oneself. And here's the channeling right here in the Six of Cups. This is the message that we draw to our own selves. The gift we give ourselves is the love that we are. And coming with that, now we have the Nine of Wands. We have the 9 and the 10 of Wands. We have the 4 and the 5 of Coins. This is pretty sweet. And wouldn't you, if you found yourself in the 9 of Wands, somewhat road weary, beleaguered, like this guy, a little banged up, this is the perfect time to draw into your soulful presence and go for what you require, because this person is going to become this person. You're watching a transformation happen here from the 9 to the 10. So the cards are letting us know there are things in the flow that require our attention, that could have been contributing to rigidity, spiritual rigidity. And we're being asked to loosen up, to even know that it's there, pay attention, and know that it's going to take a little bit of your energy investment to move yourself through it. But you have what it takes. You've got what is required within you. And then our next set. Because as soon as it's identified, what do? You get in the Chariot and you move swiftly, dynamically forward, and there is no hesitation to let go, to walk away from this 5 of Coins, that 4 of Coins. So it really is about what you liberate from yourself, what you are no longer going to carry with you because it does not serve you, and how freeing that is for you, and how it creates such a happy 4 of Wands foundation for you to conduct and orchestrate your life from. Yeah. And then the 8 of Wands. So isn't it amazing the deliberate pause in the action here with the Hanged Man and what it creates? So when we do this, we are enlightened swiftly, dynamically. The 8 of Wands is forever a channeled information card for me. This is spiritual download, moving swiftly. It's a card of communication. It has, it speaks to messages incoming. And many people consider that a phone call, text message, email, a letter, conversation had with someone. I really feel it's this right here. It's this divine channel between our earthly waking consciousness and our soulful presence. So we have swift moving, incoming, loads of momentum, download info on offer, and we move with it. We don't stand still with it at all. So again, as soon as we identify where we're standing still, what becomes an obstacle for us, we're into moving that energy along so that we keep this beautiful love flow going. All right, next. Yes, Page of Cups, because that keeps what we hold in heart space flowing into our world, into the broadcast, into the ripple, into the sphere of influence. Pages are messengers. And so the page backs up the 8 for me in the sense that we are a divine channel and we are bringing the messages through for ourselves, and we are the ones taking actions on those messages, Chariot. And because we do that, the cup continues to overflow. So the Page of Cups holds the Ace of Cups, and the fish coming out of the Ace of Cups is representative of our intentions being made tangible. And then, look at this. 2 of Cups. Connecting so nicely to the 6 of Cups. Gorgeous. This is self-relationship, first and foremost, and it is very representative of how we are embracing our lives. And these two on this card in this deck in particular are embracing. They haven't just exchanged cups. They've consumed what's in those cups. They have participated in the flow. They have come together, and it's gorgeous. And that's what we're doing for ourselves. And then we make this possible everywhere else in our world. Yes. Congratulations. Angel Answers, do you have a question? Allow the cards to be confirmation or a fresh message. And here we go again. This card loves us. You're ready. You know, what I feel with that is there's no great effort you have to make with that 4 of coins. Whatever it is with the 4 of coins that you are in stagnated, comfortable familiarity with will reveal itself easily. You're ready. It's there. You'll see it, and you'll do something about it. And you won't stop doing something about it either. So don't stop, emphatically. Keep right on trucking. Cards falling out. This is sweet. Reconsider and forgiveness fell out together. So that's what's happening here with the 4. You're having an opportunity to reconsider. Stepping into this sanctuary or not. And you're holding forgiveness for your own self. For choices made back when it was okay to do that for you. You couldn't move forward. It's all right. Don't stop. All right, next. What do we have? Our contemplative question is, how can I deepen my trust right now? Well, reflection, self-reflection, hindsight. Look how well you've done. Take a look at the whole picture and see how you continue to land on your feet. Trust that your loving heart will always guide you to the highest and greatest potential. All right, and let's do an affirmation from the universe has your back. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. You definitely will, and look at the light in that card. All right, everybody, happy Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. Peace, love. joy, blessings. Namaste.